What's going on, guys? It's your buddy MLC Stealth, and today we are playing some XCOM Enemy Unknown. What is XCOM Enemy Unknown? Well, this game is a game about aliens. These aliens are not friendly. They're not E.T. extraterrestrial guy who just wants to touch your face with his finger. No. These guys are bad. They have guns. They have things that kill you, and they want to kill you with those things. That's pretty much the story of the game. The game just starts off with a very, very cool cutscene. With aliens coming down and killing a lot of innocent guys. And that's pretty much the whole premise of it. You got to stop these aliens. And it's a top-down strategy game. You play individual soldiers. You play each one of them, a whole team of them. And you kill the aliens. They have certain objectives too. But basically, the commander-in-chief, the guy who's telling you to do all these things, is a nice mix between Duke Nukem and Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Seriously, listen to his voice and tell me if you think that's exactly what he sounds like.
Hello, Commander. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I definitely feel like he's a good mixture of those two super awesome characters combined. It's pretty. For the first time I heard that voice, I laughed. It's a good voice. The voice actors in this game are definitely a plus. They're definitely really cool. And that's one thing I love. But over to the gameplay now, I do want to talk about that. The gameplay is definitely where this game shines. It's kind of like a board game. It's a good mixture of like Frozen Synapse or Final Fantasy. And you're just on this big open battlefield where you have to run around, you can do whatever you want. You attack people, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of strategy behind it. For instance, there's cover that you can get behind. There's big cover and small cover. Small cover is something like just like a park bench or something. Full cover is something big, like a huge truck that you're hiding behind a huge wall. Each amount of cover will increase your amount that you're not going to die by the enemy. And it's very strategic, it's very fun. My favorite thing about the game, though, this is really what I want to talk about the most, is the character system and the level up system. There's just random characters thrown in the game. Each character has his or her own individual name. And I love this. After each mission, you level up your character. He levels up. You can choose a talent system, which I will show you a little bit later. He has a talent system. You rank up each character. Each character has a name. And if your character dies in battle, which your characters do die a lot, they end up dying. The way you win is by completing the objectives that are shown on the screen, or like killing all the aliens is pretty much that. And if you die, you die. Your characters can die. You go to the barracks and you get another character with another name. Let's say Sergeant Johnson Smith. So you have Sergeant Johnson Smith here. He's a new recruit. He's here to fight for you. He's here to defend the Earth from the aliens. And with Sergeant Johnson Smith, you don't want him to die because he has a name. He's been with you through all the battles. He's like your own action character, your action hero. This is how I see every character. They have their own little tale. They have their own little story behind them. They've been through this battle, that battle. They've killed this alien. I've come up with a story behind this character, maybe like an action movie. I'm a freak like that. I love movies, or I love TV shows like 24, and I pretend every character that I'm controlling is that character. Maybe a few characters are going to die off, but this one is going to stay alive the whole time. So I picture him in my mind. I'm like, this is the guy. The game is based around this guy, and this guy's going to win. He might end up dying a few missions later, and if he does, I think of that as the conclusion to the action film, or maybe it's not so bad. Maybe the action hero dies, but he has an apprentice who ends up taking over, and now I'm going to follow this guy's name the whole time. It's just fun. It really adds to the immersion of the game. Each character has a name. You can level up that character. He levels up. You try to get him not to die. That's the big thing. If characters die in this game, and normally when characters die in games, it's like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. I just have another one, or I'll just like resurrect him. No. There's none of that. If he dies, he dies, and there goes all your upgrades for him. There goes everything. There goes his name. I don't want to lose my character's name. So it's really fun just creating these invisible action movie scenarios in your head for each character. And that's definitely my favorite thing about this game. Just being a freak inside my head and thinking that each character has like a movie watching them or a movie behind them. So that's definitely my favorite thing about this game so far. But the next thing I want to talk about is actually how the combat works. You have a better chance to kill people with your combat. If you're in more cover with them, if you're closer to them, what kind of gun you have. There's certain guns in this game. There's sniper rifles, assault rifles, shotguns. There's also grenades and rocket launchers. The bad thing about grenades and rocket launchers, they are awesome. If you can't hit somebody guaranteed with your gun, if they're too far away, if they're behind cover, just throw a grenade, just throw a rocket launcher. We shoot the rocket launcher, mostly. But use those things. The bad thing about doing that, though, it is going to kill them, but it's going to destroy them. And if somebody's destroyed, this is a strategy game. You actually need the alien components, the dead aliens, to like harvest them, to research things, to research gun upgrades, armor upgrades, and things like that. Unfortunately, if you blow them up with a bazooka, you cannot harvest their body. And then that's one bad thing about using that, but it all depends. It's better killing them and not having anything in harvest than actually dying yourself. That's why rockets are awesome. If people are in a building, say, well, that building's going to get destroyed, and you just shoot it. This game has terrain that gets destroyed. If somebody's behind a wall, you just shoot the wall, and say, the person's still going to die. So that's very cool. And here's actually a great example of me using the rocket launcher. This guy, I played pretty idiotic with him at the start of this mission, and I actually got him shot by like every alien on planet Earth. And he only has 1 health left, and he's in a pretty vulnerable position. He's like behind a trash can right now. There's actually an alien above me on the roof, and there's 2 aliens like right in front of me. This guy's gonna die. It's pretty like guaranteed. Oh, but wait, he actually has a rocket launcher. So I'm gonna use this rocket to kill 2 guys, and the guy on the roof is somehow going to die. But here's just me using the rocket launcher and somehow doing good with it. But here's me using this rocket launcher and actually doing good with it, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun seeing just the buildings get destroyed and just everything blowing up and getting guaranteed kills with the rocket. That's fun. Now I want to talk about the RPG elements of this game. After each mission, you go back to your facility and you research upgrades, weapons, armor, and cool things like that. Not only do you put cool swag on your character, but each character has a talent tree of his or her own. With that talent tree, you can get like increased run speed or better things when firing their guns, and it's survivability. You can make your character do massive damage, or you can make him just survive longer, have escapes, have smoke screens, and it's very awesome. I love, like I said, the immersion that this game brings. You want to keep that character leveled up, because look at all the damage he does, things like that. Unfortunately, when a character dies, that all goes away. So long talent tree, so long everything. So that's definitely one of the cool things about this game. But anyways, I'm definitely loving this game. I might not be the best strategy gamer, but the flashy animations and the cool combat is definitely what brings me in. And that's something that's always going to have me playing this game, probably. I just love, the combat looks very cool and clean, and that shooting an alien in the head is more satisfying than you can imagine. But this game actually has multiplayer as well. I played multiplayer with a friend earlier. It's pretty fun. It's basically just a 1v1 where you have soldiers going up against soldiers, and it's the same thing. Players move, you each have a turn to do your thing, and it's a lot of fun. It could be rage-inducing too, if you have a friend who's a lot better at you than the game, which is not me. I'm the friend who is worse at this game. But it's still a lot of fun, like I said. It's fun to just play with a friend. It's fun to play against the single-player campaign guy, because that's a lot of fun too. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the XCOM video. This game is awesome. So you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.